society thinks that people who are into art are very dumb and are not smart. You need a lot of intelligence to be creative. A creative person actually runs the world. My name is Samuella Graham. I am a visual artist. I also paint, I'm a graphic designer, and yeah, I like swimming. I was in a primary school somewhere where we never did art, and I moved to a new school, like an international school, and that was where I found out I could be creative because we had art class. So during art class, I realized I like doing artistic stuff. So for extracurricular, I still joined the art club. I was able to make some mosaic piece with one of my friends, and we had an exhibition. So my piece entered the exhibition, and I was so happy. That was the time I knew, I was good at art. So people around me didn't accept that, right? And I mean, it took a while. It even took a pastor having to prophesy to my family about the fact that I'm creative with my hands and I should be allowed to do all the creative stuff I want to do. So I went to uni, right? And uni, I had troubles trying to find what I wanted to do in uni. And I ended up doing communication design in uni. So graphics, animation, stuff like that. Even during uni, my first year of uni, I used to paint a lot. Our rooms were very small, so I used to paint outside, and people would come and see my work outside. It's like, oh, wow, this girl, blah, blah, blah. And fast forward, I stopped painting. I was like, school became very tough. A lot of work to be done, project, you're always having to shoot somewhere or having a lot of 3D stuff to create, and it was very hard. So I stopped painting, and in my uni too, I became very, very religious. So I was always churching and so I had no time, and I became very depressed. And before, like when I'm not okay, I would find myself painting. But during that time in uni, it's like I wasn't painting at all, like, because when I pick the brush and I try, it's like it just doesn't work. And I didn't have my own personal style, so nothing was working. So fast forward, final year of uni, I decided to do digital art, like play around with my PC, my phone, take pictures, manipulate them. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Also in uni, I used to do live paintings, right? Like a performance. After uni, I was working on myself, having to be myself again, trying to live really self-love and all that. I did a lot of work on myself, and 2020 there was going to be lockdown. It was announced, and I was like, oh, lockdown. I was working at an agency and we were working from home, and I was like, okay, the lockdown is going to be there and we can't go anywhere. Let me do something. Then I went to buy art supplies, and I decided to do a painting of myself. So my siblings used to play I don't know, was it Minecraft or whatever game it was. And I saw that the game was pixelated. And I was like, ooh, I should do a pixelated piece of myself. I had a story about me being in a depressed state for 4 years and coming out of that, and how life has been out of that. So my piece was titled Those Closest Can See. With that painting, when you're close to the painting, right, you really can't see what the image is, so you are like really far, and then people would know, oh, that's hair. And in that painting too, it's like my hair was out. That was how my hair was all the time in school, because I didn't have time for myself. And so everybody knew me for that hair. Like, if you're looking for that girl, you know that her hair is always out. She doesn't comb it, she doesn't do anything to it. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show the world what I have. And so I did a painting, and it was hard. It was very hard, because it was like out of nowhere, why am I doing this, And it took quite some time, but like when lockdown was over, I was done. I was like, yes. And I was happy about it. And I thought to share it to the world. So I shared it on my Instagram. I shared the story on my Instagram as well. And that was it from there. That's how I entered the painting shenanigans again. I realized every artist had a style. And I was like, okay, I can make this my style. I can work on it, and then it becomes my style. You would see people's work and you know who it belongs to. And so I was like, okay, people should see this and know it's for Samuella. So yeah, after that particular piece, I decided to add texture to any work I produced. So I just thought if I added some texture, I would make it look, pop, I'm interested in figure, like human figure and stuff like that, and perspective. That's what I'm really interested in. Before I start, I take pictures of the muse or model I'm trying to use, and I exaggerate them on my PC, and then I start work. So I first of all put texture on my canvas. With the texture, it's like I smear the texture over the space, and then I use my palette knife to create the lines, to create the squares. Yeah, then work begins. For my digital work, I really love bright colors. Like, I love vibrance, flamboyant stuff. But sometimes I try to put that into my paintings, and it's like, why can't I just make it a bit dull, or why can't I just tame it down a bit, so that even though I'm trying to call for attention, like, it wouldn't be just about the color pop, so people can focus on the actual figure. Because it's not really the Ghanaian style or the Ghanaian way to go about art, I feel like, will people really accept this, And I'm trying my best to make people understand that this is my style, and if you want something else, I'm not going to do it for you, So people would send me messages, can you do a piece for me? I want you to do a piece for me, but not this way. And I'm just like, I can do it, but no, I want to do it this way. And if you don't want it this way, then I wouldn't want to do it for you, because I want people to know me for this. So I want to encourage a lot of females to be in the creative world, because creativity is not just for the male species. I'm really all out for women. It's like women should have a place and a voice in the creative world. I feel like women should be really accepted and not looked down upon. I paint walls too. I paint people's walls, people's homes. And sometimes when you go on these like projects, and then there are like contractors around, and they'll be like, hey, Obama, paint this. And I'm just like, it's a job. Like it should be a normal thing for a lady to climb a scaffold to paint someone's wall. I feel like it should really be a normal thing, and I hope one day I'll have a school to train women to paint. Just do it, just do you, because at the end of the day, right, if you're doing something that someone else has told you to do and it's not working, you wouldn't be happy within. Like, you won't find joy, your world will be crashing. It's like, but with something you're passionate about, it's like when it's not even working, you somehow find some motivation from somewhere, and then you keep going, and like obviously it will work, but it will take some time, you know. Even the Bible tells us that, sorry if you're not a Christian, I'm a Christian, and the Bible tells us that though it may tarry, wait for it, right? So if you're doing something and you feel like it's taking so long and there's nothing profitable coming out of it, if it's truly your gift, it will really work. It will bloom. It would, yeah, like it will grow, and you harvest and reap a lot. So I feel like if you want to do something, just don't listen to people putting you down and stuff like that. Do you, and yeah, you've got it. Period. Bye.